Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with Mr. Point Guard DIRK NOWITZKI. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of DIRK. Y'all all know that. He's my favorite player of all time, and him at point guard, I think is probably, besides his GOAT card, the most valuable of all the DIRK cards, probably just because of the size advantage and size value that he provides the PG position, especially now with more and more giant PGs being dropped in this game. A guy like DIRK does have a lot of value if used properly. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily My Team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's check out this DIRK card and see how he plays. He is 7 foot, 99 offense, 99 defense. And I mean, statistically, here's the honest truth. There's not a significant difference between these dark matters at this point and 100 overalls. Like 90 speed, 89 to ball, 89 excel is the biggest difference. He's a little bit slow, but with a shoe, that's all 95 plus, and the speed is 98 with a shoe and a coach. So like, he's totally fine. Stat and badge wise, just elite card. The thing about DIRK is that his jump shot is not very good, and that does wind up being a bit of an issue. But I think at 7 foot at point guard, that's a little bit less of an issue. I mean, a guy like Jokic was one of the best point guards in the game for a long time last season because of his size, and I think DIRK is basically, honestly, very similar to point guard Jokic, but with better sigs, basically, because he's got Kemba escape. I think he's got Kemba escape, right? Good drag back, Kemba escape, yep, and Kyrie dribble style, whereas Jokic did not have that. So he's basically like an evolved version of Jokic. It's pretty much how I would describe this PG DIRK. I think that's a very fair way to describe him. The value of this card is the ability to counter to a certain extent, at least, a GOAT Kareem, a point guard Wemby, guys like that, and provide that level of size and also the level of switchability that you like to see, where he can switch onto a big in a pick and roll and still be able to compete on the interior at a high level. And again, that's what makes these types of cards so valuable, and what makes a guy like DIRK such a valuable PG, even if his release is not the best, which it isn't. And I would rather have this card than his 100 overall. I'll be completely honest. That is just a fact, because I think the PG versatility is really, really valuable, and overall is one of the best things about this card for sure. So excited to use him. Let's hop into a game, see what DIRK NOWITZKI can do. I feel like I've played this dude before. Big Draco Malfoy has his own DIRK at the 3, in addition to Invincible Dame, 100 overall, Yao, and Vince. Really good squad. Wemby at the 4. I mean, this is an exceptional team. We are at a decent size disadvantage right now, to be completely honest, across the board for the most part. Now, DIRK's size is honestly most best suited, I think, to guard DIRK, and we'll put Josh Smith on ball, because there's a slight lack of speed with this dark matter DIRK slightly, and I think when it comes to, like, for example, a Damian Lillard type ball handler, having Josh Smith on ball will probably be a better bet. And so I think DIRK, while a very, very solid card, honestly, we're going to leave him on the 3 in this game and just try to work the best we can defensively to get stops. Stay in front. I think that's a stop. That is enough of a contest by Kareem. Good job. We get ourselves a stop on the first. Like, that's just Yao being Yao. I don't even know what else to say about that possession than when Yao just stole a pass that I don't think anybody but Yao and like maybe Taco is stealing, pretty much. Yao, Taco, and Zach Edey, I guess. And that was a wide open dunk for Yao too if he had just taken it, but he didn't. And now he just matches me anyway. You're so good, bro. This dude is such a skillful player. All right. It's going to be another one of those very fun gameplays going up against a giant squad, which, to be fair, I have a giant squad of my own. But good downhill drive, good finish. DIRK NOWITZKI immediately showing off the size advantage that he is going to have over many point guards. While this dude does have an incredibly large, big team, his point guards, his guards specifically, are not. So I think we are in a favorable matchup there in terms of the ability to attack those guys downhill if he gives us that. Stay up on Wemby. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing right now, honestly. My defense has been really poor. That was really poor. He just ran back and forth and passed it out to another guy and ran back and forth that whole possession, and yet wound up scoring pretty easily. Definitely could do a lot better. DIRK, here's the thing, man. I feel like I'm gonna be blinking here and we're not gonna make it. Okay, we are blinking at the end of the possession, but we still get the bucket to go. The mismatch ability of this card is easily his best attribute. Now, if you're gonna use him properly and you get this card, realistically, you don't want him to be close to your primary ball handler with the way that his release is. And his SIGs could definitely be better as well. That's horrible defense. I don't know what I'm doing right now at all on the defensive end of the court. I'm playing so bad. Now, I will admit, this is like my 8th video of the day that I'm recording at the time of this, but still, that's not an excuse to play this poorly. And that, I mean, I had Josh Smith wide open on the pop. I just didn't want to pass the pop there. That's all that one was right there, unfortunately. Thankfully, he misses that shot, because that would have been not a dagger, but it certainly would not have been a good one to give up right there. use the screen. Now reject the screen with the Kimba escape. Stop, pop. I'd love to get the release off, but it's just not really quick enough. That was actually a wide open too. I should have probably hit that. That's unfortunate. Dump down to Kareem. I'm just going to take this. Nope. What are you spacing? Kyle flip. What are we doing? I have been playing this game too much today, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. This is a frustrating game as well, to be honest. Right now, Dirk is he's a little limited offensively, is what I'm realizing. And honestly, as much as I liked Jokic last season, there was a lot more value to this type of point guard when there were less tall guys to counter him. But I mean, everybody's going to have GOAT Kareem at point guard this season. You know what I mean? A guy like Dirk Nowitzki with a slow jump shot and mediocre-ish SIGs is not really going to cut it, at least at a high level. And I think that's kind of the issue with this card, is that unless I literally want to mash and use him as a screener every single play, which isn't really how I want to play, and just literally just try to abuse mismatches like this, which you can do, but unless that's the play style that I want to play with, it's just not exciting to use this card at this point. I don't know. I really wish Dirk's release was better, but it's just not very good, and it does really hold him back as an overall card, I feel like. Go under the screen here, not gonna be able to get back in time in front of Yao, and Yao is just killing me, bro. He's just too big and too fast. Like, I just don't even really have a counter. I mean, I have GOAT Kareem out here guarding him. He still doesn't really have a counter for Yao. Height still rules this game, as always, and animations do as well. And unfortunately, Dirk's animations certainly feel like they could be a lot better right now. Try to attack this mismatch here. Slip the screen. Maybe he'll up off of Dirk. Maybe not. Dude, can you please take a freaking chill pill? This way this dude is playing is getting on my nerves. We do get a bucket there with Kareem. We'll take it, but a minute and 26 seconds left in the game, and Dirk only has 6 points and has just not been able to, I feel like, make much of an impact on this game. It's just a little disappointing because this is the type of card you'd like to see. I don't know. If he had a better release, he'd be amazing, but he doesn't, and I don't know how big of it. That's not a gigantic deal, but it is kind of annoying, I guess. Run the floor here. Throw it up to Wemby. Why are you stopping? Kareem was going to have a wide open play, and he just completely stopped. It doesn't even make sense. Kemba escaped to attack downhill, hit our corner. Is Yao really long enough to play that? That's insane. 55 seconds left, 9 seconds left in the shot clock. Time to get the ball in somebody else's hands because Dirk has done almost nothing with it this game, to be completely honest. I just wish I could really like this card, but I'm realizing that as we get more and more guys like this Dirk card, it becomes tougher and tougher to use him overall, I feel like, because he doesn't have the animations the way that you'd really like them to be. But 2-point game, 51 seconds left. Definitely a mistake by our opponent there. Let's see what we can do, honestly. I mean, again, I'm going to attack the mismatch. Oh my gosh, bro. Can't pass the ball in. It gets freaking deflected. Never mind. We're not going to attack a mismatch because we're instead just going to give up a turnover. Run the floor. Josh Smith, please set a good screen here, Dirk. Let's go to this pick and fade, see if we can get something open. Fade is, wow, I got lucky. I'm not even going to lie. That was... And they call a foul. That was really, really questionable by me, and it worked out. We'll take it, but that was not great offense at all. Dirk at the free throw line. I mean, all of a sudden, the algos definitely favor me a little bit on that possession, no doubt about it. But both free throws go in. We'll take it. 11-11 with 32 seconds left. I mean, let's see if we can get a stop and a win. Honestly, I'm disappointed by how mediocre this Dirk really feels, to be honest. He just doesn't have the SIGs, doesn't have the overall movement, doesn't have the release for sure, and he doesn't feel like defensive. Like, that's a play you should be able to make. You should be getting a contest on that, without a doubt, and he doesn't even come like particularly close to getting a contest on, to be honest. Come set a good pick and fade here. Jamal Murray behind the back, attack downhill. Nope, I threw it to the wrong guy. And I turned it over. This was just a really bad game. I'm gonna be completely honest, but I don't think this Dirk is that great regardless, to be honest. I played very poorly, but 8 points, 1 rebound, 3 of 5, 0-1 from 3. The release isn't great. The movement isn't great. It could be better anyway. I think he's very similar to Jokic in a lot of ways, but Jokic is definitely not as viable as he was a couple weeks ago, and I feel like this Dirk isn't either. He's not bad, but if you want him to be a primary ball handler, he is certainly not going to be that. That much I can tell y'all for sure. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.